anytime, YouTube, anytime.
Okay. 1 second. Have we got a live stream link anywhere?
Yeah, we're getting it soon.
Okay.
If Firefox would just let me click on the link. No, that's not what I wanted. My channel. There we go. Welcome back, Walt.
Hey. So I'm still on my laptop. My desktop is having other issues.
Okay.
We'll see how this goes.
Well, I'm on my laptop too, so yay.
If you guys would just like to join the game, the password is coffee. No, that's not the password. Oh, you fixed that. You fixed the bug where you could copy the password from the...
I did.
Yes, now I can't copy it anymore. Is Walt's his what you won't?
Oh, hey, I should change my name.
Oh, my ping is pretty bad.
That seems not great.
Well, we'll have to see how this one goes. Hope for the best.
I just realized.
Yeah, what?
Do we have enough room for a three-way free-for-all? Oh yeah, we do.
Just barely.
Just barely. We're finally hitting that 8-player cap.
I could patch the game real quick and remove the cap.
Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah, and then we'd have to like wait another 30 minutes for everybody to update.
What was password, guys? Sorry, didn't hear it.
It's coffee.
Okay.
The thing I was missing so much.
Thank you very much. And there we go. Oh, everyone's in there already.
Observers.
Well,
Okay.
we are live, so I would like to start talking about what we can expect to see this tournament. And I definitely think we will see 3 major things. One is we will see large thrusters instead of huge thrusters, because the last update was a buff to them. 2, I'm expecting to see flak cannons, because their place in the meta isn't clear yet. So they can be OP, they can be underpowered, we don't know yet, but
Yep.
I'm expecting to see those. And 3, I'm expecting to see every missile kind except for mines, which will be on the AI chips, so we're good there.
Yeah. Well done, Walt, on getting it out. It's great. Nice one. That was a lot of work.
It took
obviously.
a very long time.
Yeah. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
I'm expecting to see quite a lot of the EMPs. It's going to be interesting to see how whether or not we
Wait,
don't see
Let me stop you just there. You calling EMP EMPs?
EMP missiles. EMP. Yeah. EMP. EMP. No, you've never
Okay.
heard it. Yeah. EMP. EMP. Okay. EMP. the EMP missiles. It's going to be interesting to see whether the threat of them has indeed stopped the fast wall meta, because they're obviously extremely effective at doing what they do. So it's gonna be interesting to see whether or not people like Saris or the other players turn up with those kind of ships. I found when playing that the armor's a lot more useful now than it was. Yeah, and it's not necessarily about the speed you can move around anymore. Obviously, it's being able to face your opponents. Obviously, still really important, but flat out speed doesn't seem to be what it's about anymore. Yeah. Anyway, who's playing first?
Note that this is multiple players in free for all is what arena mode is designed for. So, our first actual test of arena mode here.
Okay, so this game, the first round, we have 3 people. We have Caster Ninja, we have Nordwolf, I believe his name is, and we have Luke, Space Pilot, no longer Verania tribe for some reason. Anyways, Luke is definitely the favorite to win this round. He is a former champion once or twice, I can't remember right now. Once, I believe, right?
Once, yes.
Oh no, once, and you also won with Slowking in the couples tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, good player. It's going to be interesting to see whether or not people just go for him straight away, because that happens a lot.
And we are playing with 1.5 million credits per player.
Oh, looks like everybody's ready. Let us start.
And friendly fire is on. Well, anyways, I would like to talk about nukes, because I've played with them a little in single player, in multiplayer. I've built a ship that try to utilize them. It kind of worked, but it was a weird one. Okay, anyway, Nord Wolf ships in the right. It seems like it seems like a nuke wall, right? That's what it is.
They nukes. Are they nukes or are they mines? Then...
Well, yeah, those are nukes. Definitely.
Yeah, nukes.
Well, but he still have normal missiles factories, so we can switch in the middle if he wants to.
Yeah, good amount of thrust again up there, and then at the top,
okay,
we've got a rail spinner. We've been seeing a lot of these in practice, also with EMPs usually as well. This one happened not to, for medium size.
And as you can see, he is using the large thrusters instead of the huge thrusters, which in my opinion definitely got a big buff this last patch.
Yeah.
Okay, Node Wolf is going straight for the AI ship. The nukes are doing some damage. Not too much though.
The AI ship is designed to spew out mines, but it looks like it just lost 2 of its mine launchers in an instant.
Okay, so let's talk about nuke ship, which is a heavy laser wall with a flak and a few electro bolts. Also, notice the large thrusters. Yep. Definitely, this patch, we're gonna see a lot of those because they are back in and full power. Okay, so currently only Nord have some points because he attacked the AI ship.
He's continuing. I think Luke's gonna try and come in the back of the rail.
Well, Nord Wolf gonna go for another attack on the AI ship with his nukes.
Oh, that looks devastating. That just took out the other.
I find that armor block nukes pretty well. So yeah, unless it's like hitting a non-armored area, it's not gonna do a lot of damage. The rail spinner from Caster Ninja and Luke are seemingly about to fight. No, they're evading from each other.
Yeah. I think Nord's going to swing in from the south on the AI player again and let Luke and Caster Ninja face off, I think. Caster Ninja can't afford to get trapped in between both of these quick ships. He does not have the back armor for it. And
Looks
that's
like-
Yeah,
what-
definitely very thin in the back there, which is kind of weird for a spinner when you want to spread out your armor equally. Oh, Luke's have some missiles that I didn't
Yeah, a couple of
notice.
side missiles. Interesting that you didn't go for the EMP missiles. I'll start calling him that.
Well, I think that missiles are really effective this patch because of the way that PD works now with both attack and defense. So I think missiles are very good right now, like the normal high explosive missiles.
Yeah.
Also notice that Wolf Ship, Nord Wolf Ship is a splitter.
Oh yeah.
The only thing he did in that ship which I don't like are actually a few things. One is the huge chain reaction he has going in front. I mean, if one nuke launcher goes, all the compartments go because of the factories and the energy
Here comes Luke.
thing. Well,
Yeah.
Orb is attacking Nord Wolf. The
problem-
missiles shoot out, but Luke is too fast.
Yeah, that's the problem with nukes right now. They're really slow,
Mhm.
even for missiles.
Yeah, you need to have a really fast chip. Just go in and do the damage while you're close.
While
Like,
we
shoot
weren't
them out while
looking,
they're
Caster
close.
Ninja took out the AI ship. and
The
is now
AI
in the
ship,
lead.
yes.
The players don't seem to want to contest over this objective, even though it's pretty free there.
I guess they are scared that another player will attack them from, will try to flank them while they are at it.
I am going to have to. Ooh, I just realized some problems.
It's the usual kind of stalemate you get when you've got 3 players, though. The first one to blink gets it. So, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think this match will be decided in the last few seconds when the POD will close. Okay, Nord Wolf just replaced his nukes with normal missiles. Notice that.
And it looks like Luke doesn't have any PD. Oh, he has a little
Well,
bit
he
on the back.
does, and he also has a flak cannon in the front.
Now, I've been hearing that the flat cannon is actually pretty weak.
Well, as you know, flak cannons are very effective when facing straight forward the target, because they can't really move much to the sides. Like, they have a very small arc, but they are very effective if they can just face it forward. Okay, and Luke is now trapping him because he is faster. That was what I was about to say. Okay, my grammar sucks, but ignore it. I don't like I don't like the fact that Nord Wolf used boost thrusters, because I definitely think that right now large thrusters are the superior kind. So the others will be faster than him.
The boost thrusters. He
So
doesn't
Luke
really-
took out a big
Well,
part of
yeah,
Nord Wolf
yes.
ship right now. Yeah, what were you about to say about the?
Boost thrusters can be quite tricky for you to use. You have.
Oh, Caster Ninja
Okay,
just
well,
like sniped
wait.
the last bit of Nord's ship,
Right,
and
if
he
Caster
got
Ninja
the
can
kill
start
point, I
doing
think.
damage to the back of Luke, he's got a good chance of walking away with this.
Caster Ninja have a lot of points because of the AI ships.
Luke should probably try and move out the way ASAP. This is a very bad situation to be in.
this
Oh,
is-
oh, there we go.
Oh. He lost a lot of thrusters right
Yep.
now.
It's nearly half, isn't it? Yeah. And he's also lost a lot of weapon functionality. Well, he's only got a third of his
One
weapon.
side, yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Caster Ninja's running away with it in the score as well.
well, I think Luke's only hope is to let Nord Wolf to take out Caster Ninja. Like, let the others fight between them.
That would probably not be the best idea, since in arena mode, you still get points even if you like lose your ship.
I think Caster Ninja's doing the right thing here. Just follow the circle in. Stay out of trouble if anyone comes near you.
Oh, the nuke's gonna hit.
Oh,
Oh,
oh.
I think. So I'm gonna. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh.
Oh boy.
Ooh. And now his back is facing Custom Ninja. That's bad for Luke. He's just in a
Yeah.
bad position right now.
Oh, Luke.
Okay, Luke still have his
Sorry,
control
Luke.
rooms.
Sorry. As long as Caster Ninja can turn to yeah. That's it. That's Luke. Luke's, that's that ship gone.
Yeah, Luke's lost his last control room. He's gonna respawn soon. Okay, he respawns, but it's out of the. Oh, he switched to a fast wall design with small cannons.
Okay, these nukes. How? That's a lot of nukes. How did the armor hold up? Oh, that armor held up beautifully.
Armor's holding up well.
It did.
It is designed to like prevent explosive damage. Well, that's the purpose, right? Of armor.
I can't see anything happening in the next 30 seconds to change this. Caster Ninja, well played, stayed out of the fight for most of it and collected some of those points off of the mine later.
That is the way you're
will Luke
supposed
be
to
able
play out
to
this.
hit this Alpha Strike?
No, even if he could, the shields are too
Oh.
strong for him to get through. That is the way you're supposed to play this out, by attacking the AI ship as the objective. After this round, I'm gonna take a quick
Oh,
Oh, just
God.
taking the nuke's face on. That's
Ah.
Caster Ninja win this.
Well done,
Congratulations
Caster
to
Ninja.
Caster Ninja. I'm just gonna go check why the AI ship isn't spinning properly. So, I'm going to leave the game real quick. Be right back.
Those nukes are working well, aren't they?
Those were surprisingly effective.
They were fast walls with nukes. I didn't expect to see that. Done well. So, can you talk us through what you did with the thrusters?
What did I do with thrusters? That's a good question. I'm trying to remember. So I think the big thing I did was the engine room no longer. All right, so I did a couple things. The engine room no longer buffs ramp up times.
Okay.
So it used to be that like if you had a thruster that could do 10 thrust and it could get there, it could ramp up to 10 thrust in say 5 seconds. Normally without an engine room buff, but then if you buff it with an engine room to what would that be, like 17.5 thrust, it could still ramp up to the 17.5 thrust in only 5 seconds, right?
Okay, I'm with you.
So it also engine room also made big thrusters more, I guess, maneuverable. They made it react quicker, right? So they no longer do that, right? So now, like with the engine room, if you buff a thruster by 75%, then it still requires its like same original ramp up time to ramp up to its original thrust, and then an extra 75% ramp up time to ramp up to its new maximum thrust.
Fair enough. So, I mean, that particular change sounds like it probably debuffs quite a lot of things apart from the boost thruster.
Yeah. So boost thrusters in boost mode have instant ramp up time, so it doesn't affect that. But I did also make a change to boost thrusters, which is that so it used to be that when in boost mode, the kind of like the passive power consumption of the boost thruster, just like the per second power consumption, did not increase when it was getting buffed by an engine room. and now it does. So when you have a boost thruster in boost mode getting buffed by an engine room, and now you, even when it's not actually firing, still uses 75% more power.
Okay.
Sorry about this. Sorry to interrupt, but the new game is ready. So could you guys please join?
Oh, sorry.
I'm just gonna change the name back to
There we go. Observe.
Observe. Take Walt.
So overall, for the thrusters, then we're talking about a power consumption nerf for the boosted thrusters when they are not being used, or was that when they're not being used, or just when they're
in boost mode?
Yep.
Their power consumption has been increased, so nerfed.
Okay, gotcha. That's cool. That's cool. Lovely. Right.
Okay, you both are done finishing about talking thrusters?
Go on then. Sorry.
Okay, so no problem at all. I wanted to talk about the next match when we have Mr. Zigzag from the 4th clan, OM and Tartarus. So in this round, we have Tartarus, which is a veteran. He was in a lot of tournaments. He knows what he's doing, and I hope we will see something better than last time from him. I think he can definitely get to a higher round. Also, we have Zigzag, which I haven't encountered before, but he is from the 4th clan. So you have to be careful of those.
I spent some time on their server with them, and they're doing a lot of work together, and they're sort of helping.
Yeah, everyone in the 4th clan, you have to be careful of those. And also, I think that we have Gustav himself in the tournament today, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. Well, that's a game I'm gonna wait for.
OEM said to wait for him for a little bit.
Well, I don't think Tartarus can join the game because we have an unnamed player there.
Yeah, who is unnamed player?
Yeah, we're just
definitely not Tartarus.
Nope. Right then. Okay, while we wait for them. Walt, more questions.
Yeah.
The flat cannon. Walk us through it.
What? Just like what it is and stuff?
Yeah, like where did it? You know, what do you? How I'm really stuck with the flat cannon personally because I find myself like not knowing how to use it. Educate me.
Sure. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean I really know how to use it either, right? I mean, it's intended primarily to be an all-around defense, something that's very useful against missiles, but still has like uses if the enemy doesn't bring missiles, right?
Yeah.
But it is also like kind of with its narrow firing arc it's intended to kind of like make it a little more interesting, like exactly how you have to place them.
Just please ready up.
Yeah.
So kind of it remains to be seen exactly how effective they are.
You need to go ready.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Well, what I've experienced with the flag cannons, it's useful as long as you have more than one, I think. As you can see, OM on his ship has 6 in the front, and I think that's definitely gonna block some hits.
Forget OM,
But
look at Mr.
The
Zigzag's
other
ship.
concern that I have about his ship is that he only have EMP missiles, so his damage output gonna be kind of low with only
pure
flak
EMP and flak
EMP.
is interesting.
Yeah, and the other
Oh, but then he
ship,
also, yeah.
the other ship is basically.
a bomb or what's going on with that? Is that just a
It's
high
basically El Jihad is gonna explode on someone.
Okay.
On the top,
Right.
we have a biter from Zigzag, but a flak biter. I haven't seen that one before. Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works with the narrow firing arcs, but we'll see.
Well, definitely, if you can claw someone,
Yeah, if you can get
he's
him
not
trapped
gonna
right
be
in the
able to hit you at all because of all the flaks.
And then to
Right.
the south, we've got Orm's ship and what we got
Which
there.
is that a nuke
Nuke?
spinner? Yeah, it's a nuke spinner.
Yeah, nuke. Yeah, nukes.
And we also have a flax on the sides.
Yeah,
A bit.
that's an interesting ship. Let's see
Yeah,
what
very
that-
Definitely
interesting, all
interesting.
around.
But I would put the spinning thrusters on the sides so I can also go fast forward and backward instead of putting them like this.
Yeah,
Also, it have a lot of armor, like really a lot of armor. Well, I don't know. The EMP missiles, I just don't think I'm gonna do a lot of damage this game with this ship. Right?
Especially when the flag cannons are
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
shoot it down.
Not to the flagship anyway.
Ah, well, to this one, I don't think anyone gonna do some damage.
I fixed the AI ship so that they would actually spew out mines this time. So it's gonna get slightly dangerous the longer you wait to get close to these things.
So I think it's also gonna get more laggy the longer you wait.
I hope it doesn't get too laggy. We'll see. Does the AI ship just auto-fire mines?
Yes, it does. The other one spins around, whereas this one's just a bit more tankier. Cheers to
Now-
Gustav and Cyrus for providing
Zigzag.
AI ships, by the way.
His ship was a splitter. We didn't see that, did we?
Oh, now it's a flat
Oh, interesting.
wall.
Oh, interesting.
The
They have a
EMP
hard time
missiles.
flying around.
Okay, they are hitting, but they're not doing any damage
Yeah,
because
I mean,
they're
it's
just
just
EMP
nothing
missiles.
moving.
It looks like that bomb ship has finally loaded everything up. And
Well, I don't know how
Here it
useful it
comes.
will be, you know.
Depends. Is it gonna detonate?
Well,
Yeah,
it exploded.
It doesn't look
kind
like
of,
it
but
was fully
it
loaded.
looks
A lot of
like
those
it didn't do any
explosions
damage.
are small.
Curious. Well, thanks to that.
Oh, it looks
Zigzag-
like the flight direction of one of the walls was upside down.
Looks like
A lot of that
Zigzag.
flag got through.
Yeah, Zigzag didn't.
lead.
Zigzag. Thanks to that, Zigzag took. the
Okay,
lead.
meanwhile, the nuke spinner is slowly but surely positioning itself in the middle of things.
There's not a lot.
If
of
I
shields
was
on this
Zigzag,
nuke
because
spinner.
I have the fastest damage output, I would just go for the AI ship and try to take it with one of the walls. Like, ignore everyone else, just get this from
the best
the AI,
way.
just get the points from the AI ship.
No, it's a
Yeah,
nuke
no
spinner.
nukes are gonna be able to go through
Yeah.
that. Yeah, not a lot someone can do in that position, you know?
Oof. Is that the? That's. Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna take him some time, but he's
Shoot
gonna
for
reach the
the
middle
infinite.
somewhere.
Here comes a whole bunch of EMP missiles. Doesn't actually do any damage though,
Oof.
unfortunately.
Oh, but the ramming might just did.
I think what this did was give Zigzag 2 targets to hit instead of just 1.
Well, the flags are taking their time going through that thick armor that starters have.
Well, damage output wise, how good are the flat cannons?
Sorry, what wise?
Damage output wise.
Medium?
Medium.
I don't know. What is you guys' impression of flak?
I think the very low damage, mainly defense.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
see.
it's
it
not
being-
intended to be its main role.
Yeah, I see it mainly as a as an anti-missile. Yeah, as
I
anti-missile.
think
really.
it's good as anti-cannons too,
Oh yeah, yeah.
but that's all. Definitely not my
Oh.
weapon of choice to kill someone.
It looks
Oh,
like
the flags on OM ship are doing some damage, and Luke just hit. It looks like. Well, Zigzag is still on the lead.
that's weird. Looks like Zigzag lost some points somewhere.
Flak has a friendly fire, so it can hurt yourself. I guess we also have friendly fire turned on, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you'll lose points if you hurt yourself.
Owen's ship's holding up. The large red missile boat is holding up quite well.
Well, there is a minefield just to the right of this battle, so if Zigzag
right.
wants to push Orion into it,
The flak animation.
yeah, I don't really see why he would do that since he's not in any danger of being hit by a nuke.
Well, he is dismantling. I have to say that word. The Tattoo ship slowly but surely.
Dismantling it? Yes.
Yeah, flags. While not having a lot of damage, they do have consistent damage. You know.
Yep. He's going to eat through it eventually, and considering he's only got nukes coming back at him, he should be okay.
Well, OM does have a few flags on himself, so he might be able to do some damage if he catch you in a wrong angle.
His ship seems quite tricky to move around, doesn't it? He doesn't seem to be able to position it particularly well. The missile boat.
Yeah. Oh, I think Zigzag just left Tartarus to slowly die by the perimeter because he isn't fast enough.
Yes, that ship is quite heavily armored. I don't think.
Yeah, if I was Tartarus, I would change the flight direction and use the thrusters these to go forward, and that's exactly what he's doing. Meanwhile, Zigzag is going at RM.
That's messy.
Yeah, you can't see anything with all the flags.
I wonder if I should reduce those smoke particles a bit.
Yeah, maybe.
None
Well,
of that.
both are out of the perimeters, but unlike OM, Zigzag still have one ship inside the perimeter.
Now, keep in mind, they're gonna lose points when they're outside the perimeter, and Tartarus does have a few points. So if they both go to negatives...
Zigzag is still going at him with the
Yeah.
other part of his ship.
If they do both go into the negatives, then Tartarus is just gonna win from having like 8 points. If he, I don't actually think Zigzag is gonna be able to kill this ship before the game ends.
I don't think.
Well, he's taking out some of those nukes, so that helps.
Yeah, not enough, probably.
He's a long way.
Yeah, but Zigzag still gonna win, in my opinion. I don't see a lot that can change in those 30 seconds that will make Zigzag lose this game. And as I said, everyone in the fourth clan, everyone who learned from Gustav how to play this game is a force to be reckoned with. Because Gustav is definitely one of the top players, if not the top players in the current game. In the current state of the game.
Our 2 former champions haven't participated in the tournament in ages.
Well, this is the first tournament Gustav is participating in. I mean, last one he hosted, but this one is the first one he's participating in.
Well,
So-
congratulations to Mr. Zigzag for winning round 2, and we move on to round 3.
And somebody just won with flak. I wouldn't
Very
have
interesting.
I wouldn't have thought that.
I mean, it was a very, very low damage round altogether, right?
Yeah. I wonder. One second.
That's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Ooh, round 3 is Conero, Totally Bionic, and Cyrus.
Well, I think everyone knows who is the favorite to win this one, because Saris definitely one of the top players. He's the former champion. He really shined in the fast wall meta, so I'm not sure how he will do now when the meta have changed. But he definitely is a good player and he knows what he is doing. And I'm curious to see what kind of ship he will bring to this game.
Now, well, if you would just like to get ready anytime you like. First you get kidnapped by a bear, and now you're not ready.
I'm gonna add a host can force start the game feature for the next update.
I'd like to just keep asking you for features, but I know you're too busy to add them, so I'm not gonna ask.
I'm too busy
Okay,
making.
so on the right, from Total Bionic, we have a large cannon biter with large thrusters at the back. I don't really like that one because I don't think it have enough armor for a biter.
No reverse
And I don't
thrust?
really like large cannons because I think the projectile speed is just too slow.
No
You know what I
reverse
mean?
thrust?
Ah,
I'm
yeah,
surprised
the
you haven't
reverse
mentioned
thrust is bad too. On the top, from Cyrus, we have a fast wall with large cannons, yeah, and flags. Interesting combination, because flags have very fast projectiles and large cannons have very low projectiles.
I think the
We'll have to
flags
see how it
are there
goes.
mostly for defensive purposes.
And from Conero on the bottom, we have a missile boat with a very armor-heavy front.
Very slow.
Which will, yeah, very slow. Definitely very slow. But we'll have to see how it. Actually, I think since everyone will be able to flank it, I don't know how good it will do. But if you're just gonna leave it to take out the AI ship by himself, he might get some good points, like a good amount of points.
Flag is
Okay.
definitely doing some work in shooting down some of these cannons.
Yeah, as I said, Flax is a good anti-cannon weapon, and since Totally Bionic lets Saris kite him, then most of Saris' shots will hit, while Totally Bionics won't.
Something to note here,
So-
I think Totally Bionic's ship, the shields on that ship are too far behind. They're not actually doing anything. They're being covered by the cannons.
Oh yes, you are right. The
Yeah.
turret itself is outside the shields, meaning they can still take damage from the cannon shots. I think you are correct in this. Okay, Totally Bionic is trying to turn around, but while doing so, he is letting the Saris face his vulnerable side.
He's too fast to actually get hit by any cannon shots. Oh, but, yeah, Cyrus getting hit by his own cannon shots.
And friendly fire is on.
Yes, so you need to be careful of that.
Okay, so meanwhile Conero is trying to take the AI ship down. His BD is taking out the mines, so he is okay.
Now, this, the two different AI ships, one spews mines in two directions, this one spews it in all directions. Looks like Orb just left, but we don't need him anyway, so let's continue.
Okay, Totally Bionic is coming in, trying to face Conero. It's unclear what he's trying to.
Totally Bionic has no PD. He needs to be careful of these mines.
Well, he have, but only on the front side of. Oh, and he's getting hit by the mines. That's. And the missiles. Yeah, that's bad for him, definitely.
Meanwhile, Canero is gonna get taken.
That's gonna hurt.
Oh dear.
Oh, the chain reaction. And the thrusters are out. Conero is pretty much dead at this point. Yeah.
He didn't turn his arm front to Cyrus fast enough. He hasn't lost his ship quite yet, but it's just a matter of time.
Because he has so much armor and his ship is such a heavy tank kind of ship. Yeah, but okay, Totally Bionic respawned with a similar ship. This time the thrusters, he does have backward thrust, but just not enough because you only have smaller thrusters. Man.
I wonder where Orb went. Oh, he just messaged me.
Well, maybe he went to eat something with his wife. I don't know.
Oh,
Okay, so
yes.
Cyrus is on his way to fight Totally Bionic again. And who respawned? Conero respawned with a railgun ship, but railguns are kind of short. And you have all those spikes, I think. And it's also very slow. So it's not a fan, because it's slow and the spikes will block its own railgun shots with friendly fire on. That's bad. We'll have to see what happens.
I just received word that Orb will not be rejoining us, so...
Meanwhile, Cyrus and Totally Bionic are continuing to fight. I think Cyrus is winning this, right? Because of the flags. I think the flags are what's doing the difference in this exchange of hits.
Yeah.
The few cannon shots that like do get through are just hitting the shields, and most of them are getting shot down by the flank.
Yeah, Cyrus is already at 2,000 points. If he can manage 1,000 more, he can win before the times run out.
Oops, some lag due to destroyed ships.
Okay, so meanwhile, the leaderboard is Cyrus, the AI ship, then Conero, then Totally Bionic. Both Conero and Totally Bionic are under 0 points.
What happens if the AI wins a game?
The AI moves on to round stage 2.
The next round gets an extra AI
Totally
ship.
Bionic, Totally Bionic just respawned with a new ship. This one have a lot more thrust and I like that, but it have ions. Was the ion bug fixed?
Yes, the ion bug was fixed, right, Walt?
I sure hope so.
Oh, boy.
Okay, well, we'll have to see how those ships do. It doesn't have any PD though. Oh, no one have any missiles. Gonna be okay.
It has PD on the inside of the walls.
Yeah.
Curious, but I'm assuming that maybe... Cyrus showing no mercy to the AI ship he made.
Yeah, if he takes this one out, he's gonna win by points.
That will be the first points win of this tournament.
And I definitely think that's going to win soon.
Oh, meanwhile, looks like Conero and Totally Bionic has just decided to start their own fight down here. The rails are getting through the spikes, but then again...
Yeah, because he isn't really moving very fast.
Yes.
And Cyrus won via points.
Congratulations to Cyrus for winning via points. Who just pinged me?
Okay, so next round will be Montezuma against Slowking against Pyros, right? Pyros? How do you pronounce that name? I never know.
I believe it's called Pyrus.
Pyrus, you sure? Because it's A-E-U.
That's what I'm gonna pronounce it. I'm gonna stick with it. Be right back.
Okay, so this round we have two interesting people with us. We have Slowking and Pyros. Both are veterans, both have been in a lot of tournaments, but I do think, and both are former champions, if I am not mistaken. And I definitely think Pyros' playstyle with the more tanky missile boat ships have been buffed this patch, while Slowking playstyle with the fast ones has been nerfed. Now they might switch things a little with the playstyle and the ships they use, so it's hard to say who will have the upper hand, but I definitely think you need to watch out for those two because they will be, they will be. I don't know how to pronounce that one. Excuse me and my poor English.
You are excused.
Ah, thank you.
By the way, Walt, are you still going to do that big balance discussion thing that you said you were going to do?
After the tournament?
Yes.
That was my plan.
Wait, what are you talking about? May I know too?
I sort of coerced Walt to do like this voice chat balance discussion after the tournament. You can join if you want to. Remember that day when everybody was in voice chat?
Yes.
But we can talk about this after this round. Want to start on the right?
Okay, so on the right side we have a missile/railgun boat from Pyros, which that is playstyle. You know what he's doing with those ships, right? And that's what I expected to see from him. We also have a small cannon ship. I don't know. He probably just had a few spare money. Okay, on the top from I'm Slowking we have a railgun fan tank. That's interesting. But I hate the color. I'm sorry.
Not going to look at that.
This color is really hard on my eyes.
Yes.
I can't look at that. I'm sorry, but
It's better if you zoom out.
Definitely looks interesting, right? I mean the ship. And very armor heavy on the front, so Nuke's not gonna do much.
Oh, I forgot to switch out the AI ship, but that's fine. I'll switch it out next round.
On the bottom side, we have a broadsider with missiles and a railgun. So a missile boat with a railgun, basically. Yeah, that's a very tanky kind of game. Oh, it also have flanks on the front.
It looks like it's pretty weak from behind, though. There's just one single control room.
Yeah, oh, you are right. Well, yeah, we'll have to see how this one goes. Well, Montezuma's revenge is going straight for the AI ship, I think.
He has the advantage since he has a railgun. He can shoot the AI ship from outside the protection of the mines. But it looks like he's not facing the AI ship, which is smart since maybe he is. I guess how do I pronounce that name? Pyrus.
Okay, so Pyrus and I'm Slowking are starting to fight. Pyrus has just shot off his railguns. I'm Slowking is ready to get the fun going on with the rail, but yeah, he's doing the fun move right now.
Pyrus backing off slightly.
And 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, nice! That hit the
Oh.
railguns, but unfortunately
Yeah,
didn't
but
take it out.
he didn't take it out.
Montezuma. Oh, I didn't realize he also had missiles. But he can slowly take out the small AI ship, that's fine.
Okay, Pyreus is shooting his veils and getting blocked by the armor. And the rail fan again.
Oh, that was even
that
closer.
didn't take the rail. I think Pyreus is definitely aiming for the thrusters, right? While Slowking is definitely aiming for the railguns. And I think he's gonna take it now. No, he missed.
Both of these ships are pretty heavily armored, so they're not doing that much damage to each other.
As I said, it's a very tanky game.
There goes one railgun.
Oh, one railgun out for Pyreus. And as you can see, that's a pretty common bug these days. The railgun chain reaction stopped in the middle.
Yeah, I don't know how that broke. I need to look into it.
In my experience, it's happened more often on big ships.
Well, Pyrus has decided to like stop the fanning as well.
Well, I don't know if he can, but he is trying.
It's probably best if he doesn't like show his side to Slowking since railguns. Montezuma has almost managed to take out the AI ship. He seems to be taking a decent chunk of damage himself.
Only 7 points of damage. What do you mean?
Oh, it looks like some part of the ship dropped off. Oh, never mind. That's just like a tiny part.
Oh, I think Pyros might have been able to stop the fanning. No, he didn't.
He did stop the fanning, but it's not going to stop the railguns from firing. And it looks like he's going to lose his second railgun very soon. There we go.
Yeah, he lost the other railgun. Only have missiles now. Okay, the AI ship respawned after Montezuma's destroyed it. So while we are waiting for those two tanks to go at each other, how was your Valentine?
I hope you're asking Walt.
Well, I am asking both of you.
It was good, thank you.
Oh, great to hear.
My response to that is we had Valentine's Day?
The missiles are starting to pinch at the thrusters in the back.
I don't think these two are going to have much success trying to kill each other.
Well, right now Pyros is taking some missiles out.
Slowking on his part is trying to take out the missile launchers.
Oh, one railgun out for Slowking.
I think he's gonna get maybe one more fan off before he loses all.
Yeah, I think Slowking just got into a bit of a panic and lost control over his ship for a short time.
He can't fan.
Meanwhile, Montezuma's is on the lead because he's just taking the out chip out again and again.
Yeah, you're supposed to contest that. You're not just supposed to fight the enemy. I mean, it's fine if you think you can kill them fast.
Another railgun out for Slowking and another Thrusters model out.
Pyrus coming here to backstab both of them.
Not Pyrus, Montezuma's revenge. Oh,
yeah,
and one missile model out for Pyrus. Damn, the names people give themselves.
Montezuma is outside the perimeter. Yeah, I think he's got enough thrust to come back, though.
Yeah, he probably does. I think what you should do with Montezumas is push him into the minefield the AI ship is planting. Maybe that will help.
Well, this is arena, so if you push him into the AI ship, and the minefield, then the AI ship is gonna get the points.
Well, if Pyrus is right now, it's coming from behind Montezuma, so if he can take out the control, never mind.
He doesn't have railguns.
I was about to say if he can take out the control rooms.
Yeah, he doesn't have railguns to snipe something. Just missiles is pretty hard. And
Yeah, with the flags and the PD.
Yeah, and his ship turns quite fast too.
Oh. That spin. Exposing his vulnerable back to Pyros.
It's pretty doubtful that Pyrus could take out Montezuma's ship with just like missiles. There's only chances.
Yeah, but
oh my god, that's snipe!
The control room, that's snipe.
A Slowking just that just put Slowking in the
jump
lead.
to the top of the chart. Oh, that's
That was a perfect snipe.
And now Pyros have another chance, because if he can take out Slowking, he can win this.
He'll win this. Montezuma's
because Montezuma's just lost, because when he respawns, he will respawn out of the perimeter. So okay, 20 seconds for Pyros to kill Slowking. Will he be able to do it, or will Slowking just take that win with that one amazing snipe?
It looks like Slowking is going to take the win.
Yeah, Slowking. That's.
Congratulations to Slowking.
Well played.
Yeah, that's the weakness of just having one control room. Did not expect that ending. I'll say that.
Okay, so for the next round we have Namek against Archduke and next against Obrizon. Guys, the names, please. I'm having a hard time. I mean, like, look at Zigzag or Luke. Simple things.
So before, like, the question I was going to ask you about is that what are your thoughts on the tournament so far, like the balance side of things?
I mean, I'm delighted by how much just variety in ships that I'm seeing. That's great. I don't know. I imagine we will slowly see less variety as the kind of meta solidifies, but I don't know. So far, I'm actually pretty happy with it.
Anything that you were expecting to see but you haven't, like mines?
I would like to see more mines. That's true.
Speaking of which, I better switch out the AI shit.
Okay, so we're just waiting on Namek. Namek, please join us. In the meantime, let's read the stream chat. What are they saying? Okay, so this game we have also an interesting matchup, because if you do remember, Duke was the one with the interesting spinner in the past, and I'm curious to see what he will bring us in this new meta. Also, Namek is an experienced player, but wait, sorry.
Ah, there we go. Here it is. I'll be right back again.
Okay, I was about to say Nemec is also an experienced player. Is also an experienced player, but less in the tournament era. I've seen him a lot in the community since he makes some nice mods. You should go check them out. And I don't know how he'll do in this tournament. We'll have to see. Well, memories. Are we starting?
We lost him.
I think I had too much coffee. Duke did tell me before, before that he had an interesting ship design, so...
We're about to find out.
Okay, so on the right from Oblivion we have an iron ship swarm with no backward thrust for some reason and a lot of armor for such a small ship. Well, I think it's too slow for a swarm, but we'll have to see how it does. On the top from Duke, what is that?
Isn't that just a nuke spinner?
Is that a nuke spinner?
It looks like a
like
nuke
it.
spinner that can move. Yeah, it looks
that
like
chain.
Oh.
I get it. It's a
God.
two-part spinner.
Yeah,
oh,
so it spins, but it can also move in
I
any
get
direction.
it. That's genius, Duke. Oh, and it's so fast too. Dang.
Namek
And
is...
on the bottom, from Namek, we have a railgun. Very interesting. A lot of armor on the front. Yeah, very nice.
Now, the problem with this type of spinner is that with all these, it's a bit laggy.
Yeah. Well, he is going for the swarm, while Namek is going for ship, it seems.
See if any of these nukes can hit.
I believe they will. Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah,
I think
there's
that's
one.
gonna connect. Yeah, it did. And the other one too. Boom. Yeah, since they are very armor heavy, as I said on the front, they're gonna survive a few hits, but still, those are nukes.
I'm assuming it's
I
a
mean, Duke,
ship.
what? That's such an insane idea for a ship. I like you, Duke. I like you, and I like that ship very much. What?
This
when you
is so
when you made the
delightful,
game, would you thought that someone would make a ship like that one day?
No.
You thought, no?
That's awesome.
It definitely is.
I'm assuming it's
Oh,
the
Namek
constant
is changing
collisions.
direction, going for the battle instead
No,
of the AI ship.
Well, so I'm assuming it is the collisions that of Duke's ship that's causing all this lag, right?
That sounds perfectly plausible. I don't know
Yeah.
for sure.
I mean, we don't know for sure, but that seems like the most likely cause.
I think that's the most innovative ship we've ever seen, right? It have to be.
It's up there.
I think Dallas's original spinner is even more innovative.
Oh, maybe. It was based on a similar idea to this one too.
Yeah, if you remember that spinner, you couldn't spin back then since thrusters didn't auto-fire. So
Yeah,
he
right.
had to disconnect sections of his ship. Like, back then you couldn't make this ship because you'd have to disconnect the ship just to spin. So I'd say that one was even more innovative because it was the first
what
ship
Dallas
that
did
disconnected.
is that the only part that was spinning was the outside, the armor, and the middle was standing still. It was static, right? So the armor was spinning around, and the missiles shot every time the hole in the armor came about.
It's been so long I can't remember. I do remember that when I saw his ship, it was just like the most amazing thing ever, though. This is up there. This is definitely up there. I would appreciate this a bit more.
But surely coming in from the behind the swarm.
I would appreciate this a lot more if it wasn't lagging so hard.
No one's going after the AI ship. Seems like easy points.
My best guess is that even though Duke can move in any direction he wants, it's gonna be a bit awkward for him to control it perfectly since it's two ships, and one's constantly bumping into each other, and Cosmoteer's physics is actually not that good.
What?
I mean, it's good just like from a physics point of view, but it's like it wasn't
as
designed.
good as we need it to be.
Yeah, but it's not designed for like constant collisions, I don't think. Right? Isn't that why it's lagging so hard?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's probably actually related to the fix I did to make it so that ships couldn't like interpenetrate each other.
It sort of looks like Duke's ship has penetrated itself, though. That sounds wrong, but it's the truth. It looks like some of the structure has clipped into each other.
Oh yeah, it does, doesn't it?
I think that might be why he stopped spinning. Because he's clipped it himself. I'm sure his ship works fine in a low lag environment, but in this laggy multiplayer, the physics just goes.
Yeah, with
wonky.
both the swarm and the
Spinning.
ship. How should we call it? Like a free joint ship, maybe? Well, Minreva for the meanwhile, because that's how you named it. Both with the swarm and with the Minreva, definitely gonna lag. But maybe if the swarm wasn't here, like we had only solid ships, then it would have been better.
It definitely looks like he's clipped himself because he's not spinning anymore. Well, he's spinning, but he's not moving anymore. So, while innovative design, let down by a Volkswagen game.
Okay, Namek is coming from behind the swarm, taking them out with his rails.
I think the swarm is.
Duke is still on the lead. Namek not so long behind him.
If I were Namek, I'm just not going to bother trying to fight the swarm. I just go for the AI ship. Since he has rails, he can like take out the AI quite safely from a distance.
Well, Namek is on the lead, right? I don't know.
Speaking of which, Walt, did you add that mute feature?
Well, which feature?
The one that allows you to mute a player in game.
No, but it's on my list.
Namek has taken the lead from killing all those AI ships. I mean, not AI ships, the swarms. Ion beams, not very good at penetrating heavy armor.
Indeed.
And this nuke spinner not spinning doesn't help Duke at all. Oh, it looks like Duke's going for the mech now. Which I think is his best bet, since
Nukes is going for Namek, and yeah, he's going to shoot the nukes any second now.
There we go. That does not look
but
like
the heavy armor will block. It misses.
This is the mech and hits it. It's a swarm.
Anyways, the nukes would have been blocked by the heavy armor front.
Yeah, the fact that he can't spin anymore is really killing him. Eventually, these ions are going to start doing some damage, but I don't think it's going to be fast enough.
Yeah, I think Namek can just spin fast enough to face them each time.
They're so small that every time a railgun hits them or they bump into the rail fan, they just like fly around like they just. What's the description for what's a word to describe what I'm seeing right now? They just fly around like flies. No, that's not right. That's not right. They get bounced off.
Oh, Namek is facing Duke right now.
No damage.
Railgun. Yeah, getting blocked mainly by the shields.
It seems to be just like a race to see which player can kill most of the swarm ships right now, and not get killed by himself by the swarm himself. I mean, I don't think Duke has much to worry about. He has shields on both sides, but the mech. Oh, that's not good.
And Nuke just explode. Oh.
Oof.
And that's leave the inside with the giant chain reaction just bare. Oh, if Namek will snipe that, Duke is dead.
Yeah, the game is really laggy now. It's possibly due to one person having a bad connection.
Oh, no, it's not gonna hit.
Or maybe it's just like the ships aren't really despawning fast enough. I mean, there's FPS lag, and there's also, like, just the game stuttering.
Well, my FPS is okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's
The
probably
problem
because
is
someone's FPS is bad, and then they're causing everyone else to lag.
I'm getting 60 FPS, probably because I'm streaming right now. It's possible that, yeah.
well, the small swarm finally breached some of the ammo at the back of Nemek's ship and took out one thruster.
Oh boy. This is rather annoying. This battle might take longer than 10 minutes to finish. I think I'm going to have to like
Duke just lost the main thrust he had in the middle. So now he's only left with a spinner that can't move.
I think the game just finally gave up. Well, if it hasn't given up yet, it's... It does look like Namek was the one who was lagging. Because now the lag is gone. What do you say? Do we have to restart this one, or is it like, is the winner pretty clear here?
I feel like the winner's pretty clear here.
What do you say?
Yeah, yet I feel we should ask the players if what they feel like. Obrizon, if he disconnect, he doesn't lose. You should rule the please. Because I don't really want to do a rematch here because we will just go lagging all over the place again.
Yeah, it does definitely look like the mech was the one who was lagging. I mean,
and he also was the one on the lead, and with you, with his ship in this situation, in this condition, I don't think he would be much of a problem from Namek to take out the remaining swarm and Duke.
Well, let's go for a vote here then, because in this situation it's pretty awkward, and it's up to us to decide. So I'm gonna vote that Namek does not need to restart. I think he just wins that. But remember that Duke is complaining about the lag, and it probably did hurt him.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote for not doing a rematch and just giving them
my sense is the lag was also probably caused by Duke's ship, so I don't know how you factor that in.
So votes are 2 for Namek just winning and 1 for... I'm assuming, so just to be clear, I vote for Namek to just like win that one.
Yeah, me too. I vote for not doing the rematch and giving the win to...
I agree.
Alright,
okay.
It looks like that's how we're gonna do it.
Vote.
I know you're disappointed, Duke, but unfortunately that's just like... Lag is just gonna have to be part of the game. Otherwise we'd have to... If Namek... Like, if you do a rematch, that's fine, but you'd lag again. It's the exact same issue. Because it wasn't just you lagging, everybody else was lagging as well, so... I believe that is round 5. And now we move on to eliminations. Well, the thing is, Duke, that everybody experiences the same lag. No matter how hard one player is lagging, everybody else lags the exact same amount. So everybody else was having the exact same issue as you were. Now,
next match will be Captain Redstone versus the Ooh Sheep versus
No, we're moving on to eliminations, so it's 1v1s now.
Okay. So Captain Redstone versus the Ooh Sheep. What does NFC means? Because I mean, like, FC, Fourth Clan, NFC, not Fourth Clan.
I can't find how to ping the oval ship, so I'm just gonna type his name out.
Montezuma's Revenge, let's end your turn. Please get out.
Okay. Looks like Owo is saying that his ship's folder is causing him to crash the game. So,
Well, you can just split it into files, like different folders. That's what I'm doing. I'm having like a very big ships folder, and then a medium ships folder, and then the small ships folder, which is the one I use most. So like it's only loading the folder at the instant you open it. So everyone should do that, not just ooh. So it will load faster.
he did say, like, give him a different, skip his round to the end, so I think we'll do that. Then we'll just change the order of the round, so round 6 would be, let's see, after Redstone. I can't find all these people in Discord.
Bible Team 55 versus the Healing Doctor. Please join. Okay, so from what I know, I don't really know who Bible Team 55 is. I think we've seen the tournaments before, can't remember. And the Healing Doctor, very active in the community, and I remember he has a liking to Iron Fox and Rail Fox. So maybe this game, I think he will go with a Rail fan. That's what I'm feeling. And we'll have to see, but I think Healing Doctor have a slight advantage in terms of experience since he plays the game more time, I mean. So, we'll see.
If Bible Team could just ready up.
Okay, so on the top right from Bible Team, we have 4 different ships. 2 have railguns. I can see flags. I can see electro bolts. I can see some small lasers and some missiles, and that's it. Yeah. Also PD, because apparently PD are now weaponized. And on the bottom right, we have a railfan from the Healing Doctor, much as I anticipated. Well, this one have a lot of rails, so interesting. Yeah, I think it's gonna do good against the Bible-Tin ships because they are kind of like broad, so the target for the Railfan is yeah, and the flags don't do well against rails. If I was the healing doctor, I would have gone for the AI ship first, and then if Bible-Tin would come to contest it, I would then attack him. The only problem I have with the healing doctor ship is the spikes you have in front of the railguns, because on a railgun fan you don't want those spikes, especially not when a friendly fire is on, because you might get hit by your own rails. Well, Bible-Tin, some of his ships already made it to the AI ship, but they are too small and doesn't really have enough firepower to do significant damage to it.
Looks like some of his other ships might run into minefield.
Oh, I think he's running into some mines. Yeah.
Well, actually, I think his flak is shooting down a decent chunk, but he's taking a small amount of damage, not a massive amount.
Okay, the healing doctor is getting close.
He's way far off. Like you said, that ship has no real. That ship is really weak thrust-wise.
Well, I don't think it is. I think he's just going slow on purpose.
It looks like his thrusters are going at full thrust. It's just.
Well, he isn't that slow.
He's pretty slow compared to everybody else. Except the AI ship, but that thing can't move at all.
Okay, I think healing doctor gonna steal the AI ship kill. Let's see.
The armor on that side is actually pretty.
With this much rails, I think he can go with a good fan.
Yeah, if it's a good fan, then definitely. But if he can't get a fan off.
Yeah, he's aiming and charging. And do it. He's too close.
He's not aiming for the AI ship
ship
at all. Yeah, I think that's a perfectly valid decision. Going for Bible-Tin instead.
And another fan off. Yeah, that's the last one. That's chip dead. Yeah.
These are some very nice fans.
He should go for the ship to his left right now because it is poking at his sides. And he took the AI ship too. And the fan. Oh, why did he stop? He's aiming at the other ship, maybe? Or are you just doing the 360? What's he doing? I don't know. And the fun, yeah. The chip not dead yet. Not yet, but soon. Yeah, I would go for the missile ship now too. Okay, took down that ship. Great. Why isn't Bible Team respawning some of these ships? Oh, because right. That's problematic. Okay, now he will respawn. The healing doctor got a pretty significant advantage by now. Okay, now he will respawn. The healing doctor got a pretty significant advantage
Oops.
by now. And we respawned with more missile ships, it seems.
Healing Doctor definitely looks
Least-
like he's in the lead right now.
Oh, Bible Team is going for the AI ship. And the rail. Oh, that's take out a few missiles.
By the way, Walt, are you still here with us?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we've been both being a bit too busy typing. Sorry for not talking.
And another fan takes out. No, the control room is still live on that ship. Another fan coming soon. Yeah. And that ship is out. Right now, Bible Team is at disadvantage. Even if he takes out that ship, he's still not gonna have enough points to come even with healing. So. And the healing dot will just keep on getting the gap between them bigger and bigger. And healing
Congratulations to
doctor
the
just
Healing Doctor.
won. Great. And the next round, oh, that's gonna be a good one, I hope. And that's Portmaster Gustav versus Floating Vortex. Well, I've talked about Gustav before, you don't need me to do it again.
Be right back.
Okay, both have joined. Well, I'm waiting for that, Gustav. I will look very closely.
I really need to stop drinking coffee.
Okay, everyone is ready? Switch
And
the
let's
AI
go.
ship and let's start. Forgot the AI ship, Ivy.
Um,
Okay, so on the top right, from Fort Master Gustav, we have nukes. That's nice. Nukes and thrusters. And shields. Okay, interesting. Oh, he's gonna auto-fire the nukes, probably. Okay, and from Floating Vortex, we have some kind of fast wall with small cannons and the flak. And a nuke, small nuke ship. Two of them actually, small nuke ships with boosting thrusters. And no shields though, and low on armor, both of these ships are. So Gustav Nuke's gonna do a lot of damage if they hit. Also,
No.
Gustav ships are very fast.
well, Gustav is doing the smart thing and going directly for the
he
AI ship.
did auto-fire the nuke. You can see just how long the range is when you auto-fire them.
No damage. That's not good.
And another,
And he
oh, he
missed.
misses.
No, he can just turn around and shoot it again. He doesn't need to. You don't have to back off into like the minefield. It seems like both players really enjoy stepping into mines. Oh.
And Gustav shot another barrage of nukes, and those gonna hit. Boom! No, that's a
good hit.
explosion. Yeah, half of that ship weapons are down. And with his other ship, Gustav is rushing in, hoping that Vortex will be too busy micromanaging the other to notice. Then Gustav, those ships are fast. Okay, he's bringing the other ship to face this one too.
That wall is even faster though. Mainly because what it has is like it's just so many back thrusts on that. Not back thrust, thrusters on the back. There we go.
Oh, he's gonna run into mines, I think. Yeah, mines.
Ooh.
And another nuke.
That didn't do as much damage. Oh, actually,
I
never
mean,
mind.
just
That
look
was-
how beautifully Gustav uses that.
Getting some
Oh,
mine
and
action,
he's
though.
in the mines.
Ooh.
Well, no, the airship is
That
in the
ship
lead.
just vaporized.
Yeah, but I was saying, noticed how Gustav utilized his momentum and the auto fire option to just increase the range of the nukes as much as he can, and they shoot so fast. I mean, compared to normal nukes, which are slow, those were fast nukes, very fast nukes.
Could both players please hurry up and kill each other? I do not want to make the airship win this one.
I assume we
Oh,
would go
just
with the player who
respawned.
has the highest score, who's not
I
the
don't
AI.
know if
No, we
respawning
just
was
add
the
a second
right
AI ship
decision.
at the next stage. I'm joking, of course.
I don't know if respawning was the right decision here, Vortex. Maybe you should have waited. Well, Gustav still have one of his ships untapped at all. Oh, did he just nuke himself? I mean, it shot and then the nuke hit the armor and the friendly took him out. I think that's what's happened. That's what's going on there. Oh, never mind. It was the ship that he dumped when he respawned. Well, I was wrong. Gustav is trying to catch the big ship from Vortex because it's worth more points.
Well, there's a fresh minefield for these two players to go through if they want to. I think the decision to use mines this time is the right one.
Yeah, I definitely think so too.
Yeah, I like it. He's gotta be careful. He's gonna hit those mines.
Well, he's a bit too fast to actually hit them.
Oh, the nuke miss.
Hello? Mines?
Uh-oh,
Mines?
Gustav.
Mines.
Well, he just lost like one of his nuke launchers, I think.
He's lucky that wasn't fully loaded, I think.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna run into mines too.
Just to reiterate, the goal is to kill the AI ship, not kill the mines.
Vortex just trying to avoid, but that's definitely not what you want to do because this way you will lose.
Maybe like we should make a game mode where the goal is to lose and take out as many mines as possible.
Ooh.
Oh, those nukes gonna hit.
Ooh, double nuke hit. Kill.
Well, Gustav gonna respawn with both his ships and he still have the point advantage. So I definitely think this game will go to Gustav. I mean, I thought that from the start, you know.
A different ship this time.
Oh, it's very similar to Sari's ship, isn't it? With the large cannons and flags.
It does seem very similar to Cyrus's ship. And Flak is very good at dealing with nukes.
And some missiles at the back too.
Looks like most of the cannon shots are getting shot down by the Flak.
Both players are taking damage, but Gustav is on the lead.
Vortex needs to get one of his small ships with nukes to
Ooh.
Oh, nukes coming in.
Oh, that was a nice hit. It actually got through like it did get through the flag, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's using large cannons. The projectile of the large cannons have more HP than the small cannons, so it will be harder for Flak to take it down. Oh, those are EMP missiles at the back. I didn't even notice. I thought it was normal.
That looks like it's pretty much game for Gustav, since by the time Vortex respawns. Oh dear, looks like something else just disconnected.
Oops.
Are you still here, Octo?
It's just us now.
It's so quiet. I don't know what to do. Well, I know what to do actually. We should move on to round 8.
We probably should.
Well, congratulations to Gustav. Which is Captain Redstone versus the Oval Ship.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had some internet problems, I think.
Yeah, I was having problems earlier.
Well, did the game crash or did someone won?
No, someone won.
Gustav? Yeah. Okay, so now Redstone versus Uship.
Now, Octo, if you would just get ready,
Oh,
we can finally move on to stage 2. It's been 2 hours. We need to finish this quickly. Apologies for how long this is taking, but we're between the lag and the people not
okay,
showing
so
up.
on the top right we have some kind of wall cannons wall. I don't really want to call that a fast wall because it doesn't have any engine rooms. I definitely have a lot of thrust. Yep, and from the O-ship. And on the bottom we have from Captain Redstone one railgun looking kiter and a nuke spinner. Potato 143 and Potato 141.
I forgot to change out AI ship again.
Very interesting name.
Note to self. Somebody please remind me to change that next round.
I'll try.
Interesting that OO has decided to put shields on the back. I don't see many ships doing that these days.
Well, right now U is going full thrust for Captain Redstone, which is trying to slowly push his spinner into position.
Oh, it doesn't have any. It has like very few thrusters. I see.
Also, those are two scary looking railguns. Maybe we'll be able to get through the shields of U ship. We'll see.
They don't have any shields themselves, though.
Yeah, you're right.
You can't get hit by a spinner if you're using the enemy ship as cover, right?
That's a lot of boost thrusters, though. But not infinite boost, you don't have enough energy for that.
You can't get hit by a spinner if you get out of range, right? I think Captain Redstone might have wasted half his credits.
When a rail shot
pretty
just
dope.
went through, and another one. He's doing some damage with those rails, but now the armor have been breached, and he will be getting hits to his
Ooh, good hit.
thrusters. I hope you have fire extinguishers, because I don't see any. Do you have fire extinguishers, Captain Redstone?
Doubtful. If there are any, it'll be pretty far away from the fires.
I don't see any fire extinguishers at all. So that's your
Do
bad,
they have their
buddy.
own? Do they have their own roof textures now?
No.
No.
No. So
But I don't see any place when he could have placed.
Oh yeah,
fire
he could have placed it
extinguishers.
like in the corridor between the railguns, right?
No, he couldn't, because then there would be no way for the crew to pass to the energy.
You could have. You would only. You'd have. Just
I mean,
like
he
one.
could have put some. He could have put fire extinguishers, but he didn't. You understand? You see what I mean?
Oh yes. He could have, but he didn't. I see.
And same goes for Uru ship. Did you put fire extinguishers on your ship?
I know
Did
who
you?
did put fire extinguishers. They are shit. I think. Yeah.
Guys, fire kills people. Use fire extinguishers for the love of God. Use them. The spinner meanwhile is going.
It's like a second AI ship, except under Redstone's
I mean,
control.
he's doing his best.
And once again, the AI is winning.
The problem is when the AI goes outside of the perimeter,
It starts
then
losing
it starts
points.
losing points.
It doesn't have any thrusters, so it just has to take it. Once again, guys, the goal is not to kill the mines. Oh, there we go. He's managed to like get close enough to start shooting.
Okay, that's a fast wall from the last meta, I think. Oh no, he have EMP missiles on the back. And the combination of small thrusters and large thrusters? Or is it only small thrusters? Only small thrusters. And some electro bolts. Combined with the EMP missiles at the back. Yeah, that's nice.
The airship is going to hit its own mines very soon, so... Ah. Well, that's the other problem with AI. They sort of run into their own mines since they can't move at all.
And... oh, that's gonna hurt.
Oof,
This
oof,
barrage. Oof indeed.
But looks like Captain Redstone with his respawn ship is now... is bashing Oval from behind. There are still mines behind you, Oval. Just so you know. Like, the mines, they are a sort of natural obstacle that you can use to your advantage if you can get if you can position correctly.
And right now, Captain Edson is in the lead. Not in a big advantage though. I would. He doesn't have much to do except waiting for Urship to respawn, and he just did with some kind of rail fan spinner. I don't know what to call that. With a few missiles on the sides,
Those
normal
look-
missiles, that is.
Yeah, they are normal missiles. I wanted to see some imps.
Explain.
Redstone does have a lot of shields in the front. So that probably would have done better than normal missiles. Maybe if he manages to get behind, like, hit Redstone's backside thrusters.
Well, the question is, does he have fire extinguishers? I think the answer is not.
Actually, I think he might. There are spaces. Not in the thruster modules, but in the front,
Well,
yes.
2 railguns are already down for Urship. And it's one gonna, another one. And another one soon. Yeah, another one. No railguns left. I think that's game for Captain Redstone.
Now, all he has to do is wait for the time to run out. I don't think Owo has... If he respawns, he's going to respawn outside the perimeter, most likely.
Not most likely, for sure he will respawn outside the perimeter.
It does not look like he's respawning at all right now. His ship hasn't been destroyed yet. So if he respawns right now, he's going to lose even more points.
No, he doesn't have any time anyways, that game
Yeah.
go to Captain Redstone. And that's a nice ship, just make sure it have fire extinguishers.
But the difference between the two AI ships is that this one covers mines in a wide area, but is like significantly easier to kill than the other one. So when I switch it out next round, and I would remember to switch it out next round, well, congratulations to Captain Redstone, and let us move on to stage 2. Round 1 is Caster Ninja versus Mr. Zigzag. Sorry it took like 2 hours to get all the way here, but unfortunately, we were delayed. So, like I was asking about an hour ago, is there anything that you thought is particularly weak, Walt?
Sorry, particularly what?
Like any weapons that are particularly weak, or you think are particularly strong or weak?
Well, I mean, I guess we're continuing to not see a lot of mines. So maybe those aren't particularly useful. Although the AI ship seems to be doing okay with them.
Yeah, I think people might have gotten a bit confused about the objective of this game. This isn't Minesweeper.
Yeah. Nukes are doing better than I thought they would.
All right. Are nuke spinners like an intended mechanic? Because I know they're supposed to launch quite slowly.
Are nuke spinners intended?
Okay,
mean,
so
they're neither
on the
intended nor
sorry
not
to
intended.
interrupt you, but just a quick brief thing about the ships. On the top side, we have a rail fan with a heavy armor front from Caster Ninja. And even though we have a lot of thrusters, that's gonna be a slow ship because of all of that armor. And on the bottom side, we have a railgun spinner. Oh, a very slick one. I like the design from Mr. Zigzag. It does have a few. The railgun length isn't consistent, so it's gonna be a bit wonky when things come to like fanning the thing. I don't know.
Remember,
We'll see.
sorry. Remember that this is arena, and you can respawn with you can just respawn as soon as you, anytime.
Also,
you want.
Zigzag have some EMP missiles at the back. Just noticed.
No. Cast Ninja is just a reminder you can respawn if you want. Like, some people try and force a bad matchup when you don't really have to.
Well, I mean, if you respawn, you lose all the points of the current ship.
You lose the points of the current ship, yes, but if you're in a bad matchup, you're gonna lose it anyway.
No, I don't think a fan against a spinner is such a bad matchup.
We'll have to see, since these two players are ignoring the AI ship completely and just going for each other. Though obviously, since the spinner spins, you're not going to get consistent hits on a single point.
Yes, still, with this much front armor, the spinner too won't be able to do much.
Ooh, there goes one
Alright, he took one
railgun.
out.
That's a very nice shot.
Didn't start spinning in time.
I think Zigzag is trying to do his own fanning rather than spin. I think he might want to start spinning as soon as possible, though.
And there goes another rail.
I think
And another one.
Captain
And
Redstone
respawn.
might be like, he's quite good at
He
sniping out
respawned
these
with the
railguns.
biter. He respawned with the flank biter.
He's quite good at sniping out these railguns.
And now we have a flak biter again.
Now,
Well,
unless I'm...
Rails are the best against flags because they're very fast. So, I don't know. And I don't know if you should have split right now.
Probably,
or maybe.
if you can, like,
against,
sandwich.
I don't see
against
why
the
not.
fan. Well, one of them has its flight direction in the wrong way, so... Also, for some reason, my FPS is lagging.
It's probably because the spinner is now decomposing.
Alright. And the flags starts going.
He does seem to manage to get like flank off. And for some reason, Caster Ninja isn't trying to flank. Oh yeah, it is lagging slightly. Now, he's lost one railgun already, but flank cannons are not exactly the best at chewing through armor or shields. And what just happened?
Respawn probably.
Does not look like it. Oh wait, never mind.
You have to destroy your ships before you can pick a new ship and spawn in.
I mean, surprisingly, Zigzag has not been very successful. To be fair, he did get all his railguns sniped, and in the first matchup. Also, Octo, we can't hear you anymore if you're talking. Maybe I should take another look at how these time limits are, because it seems like most players seem pretty content to just sit back and wait for the whole 10 minutes. Have we had like a single game in before 10 minutes right now, except for the one that Cyrus did?
No.
I don't know.
don't think.
Could how many points do they have? I mean, I was thinking you could like lower the point goal.
Yeah, I think that's probably what I should do for the next tournament. Oh, this is an interesting rail spinner. It's it shoots rails.
It's like auto-firing nukes.
Not rail spinner, nuke spinner. It's actually quite effective too. Oh, that railgun actually got shot. But it does look like this game is in Caster Ninja's bag. Even just like the sniping of the railguns at the start was what really decided the match. Since every single fan you'd lose one railgun, that's pretty nasty.
Yeah.
Octo, we still can't hear you, by the way, just in case you were like saying stuff.
Oh, hello?
Yes, now
I'm
we can hear
here.
you.
Okay, it seems like... Yeah, I accidentally mute my mic.
Oh. Oops.
And one railgun is out. I don't think that's gonna do anything for Zigzag though. And GG, Castle Ninja win this round and go to the next one.
So the
Yay.
semifinals. Let's see. Castle Ninja, and round 2 is Asaris versus Slowking. I just realized we after this turn we still have to do that balance discussion thing. I hope you're not too tired, Walt.
Tired? I'm fine. It's not even noon yet, my time.
Maybe it's because that I've been talking to people on Discord so much, but I am feeling quite tired. I guess I should
What hour is it for you?
It's 8:24, so I woke up at 5.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Didn't get enough sleep
on the
last night.
top right we have the same ship from Saris as he and Gustav used before. Well, not exactly same ship as Gustav, but very similar in design. Flags, large cannons. This one doesn't have EMP missiles though.
There's no safe place to look. Both ships
I think
look
it have more thrust.
Both ships have this horrible. Oh my god! My eyes. Look at the AI ship.
And Slowking is also using the same tanky railfan he used before. So much power on this one. So much. Yeah, Saris is using the fact that he's faster than Slowking to just go for the AI ship.
Now, do you remember that Slowking was losing his first round battle? He won because he got a very nice snipe off. It looks pretty hard to do in this fight, though.
When the enemy have more than one controller, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, Saris is going to get that AI ship easily. It's looking just too slow, he can't reach there in time to do anything.
Now, this airship is technically harder to kill than the other one, but if you're gonna be able to shoot it for free, I don't think there's much issue.
And Saris got the AI ship.
Well, that's a interesting respawn location. I think
Indeed.
Slowking might be able to get there in time to protect it. Or take it for himself.
Saris is also very fast, so he will be there at about the same time, I think. Maybe. If he will try to go, but he isn't. For some reason. He just staying in place. Oh, he is going now.
He's probably making a decision on which one to go for. He's probably looking
I think he's going for Slowking and not the AI ship. Okay, there's shot. Blocked. Cyrus is here for. Yeah, when you're not fanning, it's not really gonna do much.
I don't think a fan is possible considering how fast Cyrus is moving.
Well, maybe.
Not to mention some of these roadrunners
Oh,
are being shot
those
down.
are some nice dodge, nice and slick. Yeah, Cyrus don't have to do much. You can just kite until later.
I put in these AI ships to like try and make it so slower ships have a chance, but I think it might have been doing the opposite effect. I don't think Slowking has much choice here other than to reverse and go for the AI, since he's not fast enough to catch Cyrus.
Well, yeah, they're both just playing this game of close far. You can touch me, you can touch me, you see. Because Cyrus doesn't really have a reason to fight.
Well, Slowking is certainly living up to his name of being really slow. I just don't think there's much benefit to like chasing Cyrus around. There's no way he's gonna Slowking is ever gonna catch him, and if Cyrus decides that he wants to be caught. And now that Slowking is far away from the AI ship,
I don't think Slowking can do much, and at least until the perimeter gets much smaller. He's just too slow.
well, he's not gonna have a lot of time to kill Cyrus when the perimeter gets small. I think he's gonna have like maybe a minute and a half when he's actually in range to destroy Cyrus. And he needs to get like he actually needs to do a very decent
I
chunk of
think
damage.
destroy the Cyrus is an overstatement. I mean, I don't think he will be able to do it.
Well, he doesn't need to like destroy him completely. He just needs to do like a decent chunk of damage, since it's a full 100-point lead.
400 points. I mean, it's almost a third of the ship, you know.
Oh with 4 railguns, I think it's possible to destroy a third of the ship. If you take out one of the engine modules. Well, a couple of them. Now, Cyrus is slowly backing off into a minefield.
Well, I don't think he will let himself stay out of the perimeter for long, you know.
No, but he does. This is like the only chance Slowking has to kill Cyrus. He actually needs to get in close now. But without like fanning, it's pretty hard for him to do so. Cyrus says this is very tense, but I'm thinking this is actually quite relaxing for him. All he had to do this entire round was basically stay outside
GG,
range.
Cyrus just won with that.
I mean, the point of the AI ship there is just so like you can contest over an objective. If you don't want to contest the objective, then you're just gonna lose. There's not much we can do about that. Congratulations to Cyrus for winning round 2. And now stay round 3. Namek versus the Healing Doctor. By the way, well, you were talking about Dallas. You were talking with Dallas about that new game mode. So.
Yeah, on the forums.
Yes. What are your thoughts on that?
I'd like to do it.
You'd like to do it. I mean, like, is there any problems you think there is with that game mode? You foresee?
I don't. I mean, I don't have any major problems with it. There's some like minor details issues that need to be decided exactly how they're gonna work. But I think basically it sounds pretty solid to me.
I don't suppose we could get a possible ETA.
I have a lot on my plate.
Maybe change up the question. What's for the next update?
Basically, I just have like this really long list of a whole bunch of quality of life and other kinds of features and stuff like that that I just want to get in, that I've been putting off for a while. It would be nice to get it would be nice to get that game mode in, but it's a fair amount of work, right? So I don't know. We'll see. It kind of also just depends on what I'm in the mood to work on.
So basically no ETA, like always. Or soon trademark. The mech is using his ship we saw before, the railgun fan, and actually both players look like they're using railgun fans. Also, we can't hear you once more. Like, we just can't hear you.
Ah! I did it again. I'm sorry. Okay, so healing doctor and the same railgun fan we've seen last time. Does this have any fire extinguishers? Guys, put some fire extinguishers on your ships.
It
And
could
from
have fire
Nemec.
extinguishers.
Well, I think Nevek have the advantage here because it's seemingly more, and I think that's better, a better stats to have instead of more rails in this matchup at least. Right?
Hmm. Hard to say. Both players don't seem to be. It looks like we're lagging again.
Yeah.
All right.
And Nevek just disconnected.
Mm.
Yeah, we gonna restart that one, obviously.
Yes.
What's the rule? Restart once?
Yes. Restart once. If healing doctor could just disconnect 4 feet, so we don't have to like reset everything. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
All right, AI player 1 moves on.
AI player 1 has been moving on regardless.
For what it's worth, I do actually think network stability should be better in the next update.
Doesn't Cosmoteer simulate like this lag isn't due to network stability, right? It's due to one player having a bad computer or connection.
Well, I mean, Nimik got disconnected, which, I mean, ultimately it like all kind of impacts each other, right? So like if someone has a really low frame rate, low enough that that could like impact network stability, then that could cause them to get disconnected. If someone has a bad connection, obviously that could cause them to get disconnected and cause like lag frame rate issues for other players. So
Though that being said, short of actually setting up an actual competition with LAN, there's no real way to deal with this. So
well, the thing is, like right now in this version of the game, do we have the same ships? Do you need to talk about them? They look like the same ships,
The
right?
same
they are the
ships.
same ships.
So in this version of the game is sending probably like 20 times as much data as it needs to, which is like desync debugging stuff. So like whenever a desync happens, I have information that helps me fix it, right? At this point, it looks like I have almost all of the desyncs fixed. I think since 14.6 came out, there's like literally been one desync ever. Which means at this point I can probably take out all that debugging stuff and dramatically lower how much bandwidth is being used.
So basically, this is all your fault.
Well, maybe not all my fault, right? Obviously, it does work better for some players than others, right? But I think it will considerably improve things.
Well, the other thing about performance is physics, because physics has been rather laggy.
Right. So
I
like
I
there
mean,
are
the
like
more physics you have, the more laggy it will be. You understand? Because the computer needs to calculate more stuff, right?
Yes.
right.
Yes.
So there are like two sources of lag, right? One is network lag, which I think should be better, and one is basically physics, gameplay,
Yeah,
frame
but
rate lag,
frame
right?
rate,
Where
yes.
like
Everything
one
else.
player's frame rate is low and that impacts everyone else's lag, right?
Yeah.
So that don't
We are
anticipate getting better anytime
lagging
soon.
again, I think. Okay, it's okay for now.
But do you anticipate any like? Is it possible to make physics less laggier? Well,
It's possible, sure. It's just it's a lot of work. Like I'm at the point in terms of physics optimizations where to make any serious improvements there, I would need to like make it work on multiple cores. Which that's a significant challenge.
possible, but multi-threading.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. From what I've learned about multi-threading, it's not very easy to implement in games.
It's hard. And it's harder in Cosmoteer because of the way that
Okay, I'm
multiplayer is implemented.
sorry to interrupt you, but they are just starting to shoot the first rails, starting the fanning movement. And as I said, I think because Namek have longer rails, he will have an advantage in this.
Doesn't definitely looks like that. Since that entire
You
rail
also
fan,
have much more armor in the front of his ship.
that entire rail fan didn't seem to penetrate like anything.
And both are shooting. Let's look.
Oh,
It is
there
looking
goes
quite
one
nice.
rail.
One rail for Namek, two for Healing Doctor.
Well, the healing doctor does have more rails to begin with, so
And Namek gonna shoot two.
the battle of the rail fans.
Yeah, exactly. And it's Namek turn. And oh, that's gonna penetrate deep.
Yeah, those shorter railguns are having some serious trouble getting through that armor. I've always pronounced his name Namek, not Namek.
And not a lot of progression by any side.
Healing Doctor is dealing decent damage to the armor on the left side of Namek.
Well, and other interesting news. The AI ship almost did a full circle by now.
Yeah, it's supposed to do that eventually. That's the
Yeah, I
design.
know.
I mean, the full circle is...
Neither of them is doing a lot of damage to the other one.
I
Right
think
now.
if this goes on, Namek has the advantage because like he's taking out more armor and shields with each fan compared to the Healing Doctor. The Healing Doctor really needs to take out that railgun. Just work his way from the left.
I mean, they're both having a hard time to aim because the other person is continuing to fan too.
Ooh, there goes the railgun.
Another one down.
Yeah.
But it looks like Healing Doctor is quite exposed himself. Let's just zoom in and see how many railguns. He's got one railguns left.
And another railgun for Healing Doctor. I mean, went down. Oh, Namek is aiming control rooms. Nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
there goes
and
both
a control room
and
and two rails.
yeah.
So that's a big hit for Healing Doctor. You only have one control room left and almost only half of his railguns. Almost. Still have a bit more.
He's by no means defenseless, but
Yeah.
yeah.
And the AI ship just completed the full circle. Very nice.
Let's watch the battle actually, and not watch the AI ship doing barrel rolls. Is that barrel rolls
I mean,
in space?
one of them is interesting at least. I'm joking. It looks like Namek will be able to take the control room in the next few fans.
Well, that's a
Oh,
nice hit
that's-
from the healing doctor.
Yes, some thrusters damage to Namek.
But it's not really enough to stop the fanning, which is... Yeah, the thick frontal armor the mech has is really helping him out here.
Mm-hmm.
And I really need to stop zooming around.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one for Namek. He's even activating his boost too, doing it faster. Oh, he's taking out the railgun by the control room.
The healing doctor is trying to run away right now.
If that factory explodes from the fire, the factory by the control room, Namek might just win.
Well, he's not gonna win, but he is gonna win this battle.
Well, Healing Doctor does have fire extinguishers, and I see the crew is now putting out the fire, so never mind that.
Oh,
Oh,
that looks like that did
yeah,
it.
he took out the ship.
The healing doctor has got 2 minutes to respawn with the ship and destroy Namek. Namek. By the way, Walt, what is the most performance draining thing in Cosmoteer? Is it the physics? Or is it the crew simulation?
It's probably these days probably pretty even between the physics and the crew. Because I did a lot of crew optimizations for 14.5.
Does that mean if we ever add something that replaces crew, it could possibly make the game less laggy?
Like, would the game be less laggy without crew?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, just replace all people with robots, you know.
Yeah,
Maybe
it
we
also
should-
would not be Cosmoteer.
Yeah, maybe we should somebody should make a mod that just replaces all crew with so that all the parts have permanent power. Like low end Cosmoteer.
You mean like Drone plus plus, which puts power remotely to parts?
I feel like that would also cause some lag. I just meant like all the parts would never run out of power, so you don't even need reactors or factories. It would just be pure weapons.
Well, I mean, Healing Doctor with his current laser wall, I don't know how much he can do against the railfan, because laser walls aren't particularly good against rails. I mean, no wall is, right? Because fans are supposed to fight walls.
Oh, that was the AI ship. I was wondering who just respawned. Oh.
And Namek disconnected. Ooh.
I wouldn't vote for a restart this one. I'm sorry, I wouldn't vote for the Namek just winning this one. I think he's like Healing Doctor still had a chance. You guys?
Well, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. I would vote for let me think about it for a few seconds. No, I don't think a restart would.
We can't
I don't
restart
think we
anyway,
should
so we have to
restart.
like decide who wins.
Oh, I think. Oh, you mean decide who the winner is by vote?
Yes, we don't really have time to do a restart.
Okay, so
I mean, let me ask Namek first, because he did say if, he did say if he disconnects.
I mean,
is he still here?
I don't know. My vote is Namek has now disconnected
Twice, yeah.
3
I
times.
think,
3 times.
yeah, I think that's the third time he disconnected from the game, and we don't know. Healing Doctor could have won that one. Also, we don't want Namek to continue disconnecting in
Yeah, I would vote
upcoming,
for
Yeah.
upcoming
Healing
games.
Doctor to move on.
So I would vote Healing Doctor too.
Sorry, Namek. Hopefully in the next update, network stability will be better.
Yeah, Namek did say if he disconnects the next time, then it's GG for him, so... Oh, somebody just messaged me in staff chat. Oh. It's just Puppet. Yep, so congratulations to the Healing Doctor for moving on. This tournament is... This game is plagued by technical issues, Walt. We in doubt blame Walt.
That's fair.
Absolutely.
And finally, round 4 is Captain Redstone versus Gustav. Be right back, okay?
Well, I think Captain Redstone will lose this one because from what we've seen of him this tournament compared to what we've seen of Olaf, I think Olaf has an advantage, a very clear one at that.
Whew. I really need to stop drinking coffee. That's because I haven't had breakfast yet, so... Now.
Okay, so Gustav is using the same Duke Russell ships type, and Captain Redstone is using the same wall we've seen last time. So yeah, nothing special or new here. I think we are both going for the AI ship, right? Oh no, Gustav actually split his forces. One is going away and one is going for a Captain Redstone ship. The Potato 138. Why all of his ships are named Potato and then a number? Okay, Gustav auto fires to extend the range and give momentum to the Ukes, and boom, a hit. Yeah, that's a thing, momentum. Because what he's doing is, because the ship is so fast, the nukes get the speed from the ship, and then and the range is expanded because of the auto fire, and it's kind of unstoppable, don't you think? Because even PD and Flax, I don't think, maybe Flax can stop it, maybe Flax can, and that will miss. Yeah. Oh, Gustav gonna fire another nuke barrage, I think. Yeah, that will miss. And we'll go stop. Yeah, he shot another barrage and another miss.
Wide bit.
And Gustav gonna shoot another barrage, I think. Yeah. I think that one will hit too.
Yep.
Oh yes. Yeah. And boom. No cannons for you. And another one from behind. No, we will get closer first. We're gonna shoot it now, I think. Yeah. And he misses because of his own
No.
momentum. Ah, that's a nice one. Anyways, he's in a good enough position to shoot another one very soon. And that's a full hit. Yeah, that's bad for Captain Redstone. Only 4 cannons left. And no control rooms. So, yeah, he's dead. Oh no, he does have 1 control room. He respawned anyway. With an ion swarm. Interesting choice.
Tell me, Octo, why do people always use ion swarms? And like, why is it always ions?
They don't seem particularly effective.
You're talking about swarms or ions in general?
Oh god! Oh god, there's another one.
I mean, Captain Edson should be careful with that because friendly fire is right now.
Just auto-fire nukes into that mass and see what it hits.
Well, since it was like, it's
That's a
basic-
viable option.
That's
Definitely.
quite literally shooting fish in a barrel here.
Yeah, you can see the significant difference in speed for the nukes that Gustav is shooting while moving forward and not.
Well, here comes even more nukes. Let's see which one of these hit.
Where are they gonna hit? Oh no!
I think seeing swarm ships being destroyed is like one of the most satisfying things ever. It's just, they're so small they disintegrate.
Oh, Gustav is starting to lose some parts.
I mean, there's an argument to be made that Cosmoteer isn't really designed to, how should I say it? It isn't really designed to, be used for large-scale RTS controls. Like, it doesn't... Controlling multiple ships feels really awkward. Well, like...
Yeah, I mean, the way that ships maneuver, right? Like, maneuvering is such a huge part of the game, and should be such a huge part of the game, that requires a lot of attention, so doing that on a mass basis is kind of...
It's
really work.
Yeah, it's the difference between Cosmoteer and, say, StarCraft, where units are very fluid. They stop when you say stop and move when you say move.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, in Cosmoteer you have to calculate the overshoot of ships too, because if you're gonna tell a ship that moving forward to just turn right, it's not gonna just turn right bluntly. It's gonna like overshoot and then turn right.
What just happened to Gustav? It looks like he lost a whole bunch of points.
I think the nukes chain reacted. Well, he just respawned with the wall. Yeah.
Well, I think just from points, Gustav is still going to win as long as he doesn't take too much damage. I don't think perimeter is enough to kill him.
Well, I think now with the wall, he's just gonna disintegrate the swarm like it's nothing, you know?
That seems true. Well, congratulations to Gustav for moving on to the semifinals. Oh, finally, stage 3. Round 1 is Caster Ninja versus Cyrus. And swap out their ship again.
Oh. Caster Ninja, Fourth Clan. Interesting. Well, anyway, Saris definitely, I think, have the upper hand in this battle because, you know, just an overall very good player, very experienced, former champion.
By the way,
and even though his playstyle was nerfed this patch, I still think with the ship we've seen from him this tournament, with the fast cannon flak wall thingy, I think he still have a good chance of winning this tournament.
By the way, we're slowly being taken over by the FC. We should do something about that.
I think that in the finals we can expect Saris against Gustav. That's what I think. Okay, on the top right from Caster Ninja we have a flak wall cannons wall, a lot of thrusters, but they are huge thrusters, not large thrusters. And in this meta currently, I think large thrusters are better, which is why I hope Size is using. Yeah, Size is using small rails with large thrusters. After the small rails buff, they are better, that is correct, but I don't think they are as good as Size expects them to be with this kind of setup. And it's very hard to control 8 ships at once. It is problematic.
If Walt joins the FC, I quit. Get moderator
Okay, so
brought
he's
to host the
only
tournament.
sending 3 of the 8 chips. Oh, he's sending the rest now. Okay.
Hmm.
I think what he will do, he will just surround the cannon wall and hope for some whales to hit the thrusters. I think that's what he will do because he doesn't have very good shielding and armor on that, right?
The thing
I
about
mean, does have some, but not a lot.
the thing about these short railguns is that they can get shot down easier than those longer ones.
Oh, well, they have the same projectile HP as long railguns, right?
Yes, but they're slower.
Yeah, they're slower though.
Yeah, correct. Oh, that was almost dangerous without the friendly fire. Well, yeah, you're just gonna surround him and aim at the thrusters. That's what I would have done.
The railguns actually hit.
They seem to be slightly like they're at cannon projectile speeds even. Oh well, but they definitely hit that one. That was a nice shot.
Definitely. I think Castle Ninja is aiming at the wrong ship. You should turn around.
He probably wants to destroy one of them, so he doesn't have something firing from behind. But the small ship is actually quite tough.
Well, it is quite fast as well, and it is just kiting him around.
One tactic I'm surprised I haven't seen is just ships with nothing but PD.
Well, PD isn't that good, Ivy.
PD forever. I heart PD. PD BFF. Oh, that shot looked like it might hurt.
Yeah, he's aiming thrusters again.
Castle Ninja's doing actually a decent job of dodging most of these shots. But the problem is that without being able to kill one of those ships, he's gonna be
another. Oh, I think he just sacrificed the ship, right? Yeah.
No, I think he took out the control room.
Oh really?
Yeah,
right.
Cyrus just got the full points. Well, a lot of points anyway.
Yeah, he took down the control room.
Oh yeah. How do we have?
Oh, a cannon triangle. A lot of thrusters on this one, large ones at that, and I'm happy. And small cannons and electrobolts and shields. Not a lot of armor though, which is what you want against railguns instead of shields.
Against these short railguns, wouldn't they be closer to large cannons than railguns though? Like, that's my question. Aren't these just essentially slightly stronger cannons that can only fire forward? I will say, Cyrus is doing a pretty good job of controlling all the ships.
Definitely.
I don't think he's even lost a single railgun yet.
Right, he didn't.
It looks like he's sending a couple of ships to go deal with that, the AI station.
AI, yeah.
Obviously, since he has railguns, he can just fire at it from a faraway distance without actually getting into the minefield.
Well, except that you just need to stall those 40 minutes, and you already have the point advantage. Oh, it seems like first railgun down for Saris.
The first of how many? First of what?
16.
Yes. So,
I lost another
15
one
more to
too.
go.
Yeah, he lost 3 railguns right now.
That's
So
just
we
like,
only have 13 more.
that's just like,
Oh, I think the triangles is going to push them into the mines. Oh,
Oh no! Poor little railgun ships.
the
oh, that one actually
mines.
got through the minefield.
Eh,
And now it's gonna
Got
hit the
through
minefield on the
the-
other side.
they just don't cuddle the mines. Definitely.
Do not cuddle the mines.
Why not? If they want to.
That's not the objective of the game. Is not to cuddle mines.
Well, I think that's mean there is a problem with the game, you know?
Maybe we should probably Walt should add like a mine cuddling mode where you just have to like collect as many mines as possible. I will say it's quite nice that it exploded to cannon shots. It makes for very pretty fireworks.
Castle Ninja is ending some points, but I don't think it's gonna be enough in those 2 minutes.
That's a lot of points to make up.
Winning the game.
Yeah, mainly like since there was swarm ships, it's actually quite hard for Castle Ninja to kill them all off. And the AI stole some of his points.
And even if he does kill this last one, so he's just gonna respawn with a wall and take the triangle out, I think. Because Stoice is still on the lead.
You're not allowed to call this a draw. If you call this a draw, then the AI ship moves on.
Oh, and oh, the AI just respawned. Okay.
If you don't want to kill the last ship of Cyrus, you can always destroy the AI ship. That's not enough points for him. And I don't think he has enough time to get through that thick armor. If you want to destroy Cyrus, this mine layer is also made by Cyrus. You can destroy that. You don't have to. You don't have to go for his ship.
Either way, it's not gonna be enough point to win the
No.
game, even if he destroyed that.
But like that's I think what was supposed to. If he just went for the mine layer, he should have gotten like enough points to win.
And Size wins and goes to the next round, which is a semi-final, right?
Yes, semifinals. No, that's the semifinal. Yeah, I can't keep track of my own tournament. No, this is the semifinals.
Oh, so now we have Gustav versus Cyrus.
Yes.
And that's
No,
it?
no. The next round is Gustav versus Healing Doctor.
Oh, and then Cyrus versus.
Then Cyrus versus whoever wins that.
Wait, I'm not
This
following.
we're in the semifinals right now.
That makes no sense.
I think it might be like a bit late for you, Octo.
I'll let you handle the things. Don't worry.
I need to get a less squeaky chair. See, whoever wins this round moves to the finals.
Okay, so on the top right we have the same fan from Healing Doctor, and on the bottom right we have the same nuclear shells from Gustav.
Maybe this is not a very good matchup for a Healing Doctor.
I mean, can't you just do the same rush technique with a railgun and getting more range? Oh, actually, nukes and railguns have the same range, right?
Yes, but the thing is, nukes you can fire from a long distance, whereas if you're trying to fan, you have to actually get.
No,
like...
I mean with like 2 railguns, not fan.
Oh.
Because Gustav was talking about the range.
A momentum is a major exploit. That's why I turned on a friendly fire. So you can't have too much
what
momentum.
What does that have to do with it?
If you move too fast, you're gonna hit your own projectiles.
No, because the momentum is going to the projectiles too.
Yes, but if you keep
I mean, you have to fire slow and then accelerate real fast.
Yeah. And boom. Yeah, the armor will block the first 2 or
Ooh, here comes one from the side
shots. Oh, that one, yeah.
From the side, yeah, you're not really probably able to block that. Oh yeah, this ship does have fire extinguishers.
And another barrage going on. Yeah, this ship have fire extinguishers. I already said that the last time we've seen it. Yeah, now it's just gonna chew up because this big chunk have no armor anymore, and the nukes will just eat through it.
I mean, a potential counter. Actually, let's not talk about this during the tournament.
Oh, that's bad. Well, he doesn't have a lot of rails left, and there is not much he can do because he's just not fast enough.
Yeah, I think that's basically what it comes down to. He's not fast enough. He can't even turn fast enough. Ah, there we go. I think he just lost his ship. Actually,
Well,
he lost most of his ship.
But I mean, the control room's disconnected from the main frame. Ah, there is still one connected actually.
Oh. That's not to say there's no counter to this. If you had flak, for example, you probably could have done something about this, rather than just sit there and keep getting hit by a railgun shot. I mean, nukes. Looks like the Healing Doctor respawned with laser wolf.
I think that's GG still, because Gustav just have such a big advantage, and his ships are good. So even against this wall, I don't know if Healing Doctor will be able to do something, even with this wall, which is certainly fast and is certainly good. But in this matchup, I don't know what ship will do well, you know? Yeah, and here goes most of his weapon, right?
What ship would do well, I think, is something that can shoot down nukes with flak. At the end of the day, nukes are still missiles, and when you have no anti-missile weaponry, then you're probably at a disadvantage here. For example, Cyrus's cannon wall probably would not have the same issue.
Yeah, with all the flags, you mean?
Yes. I mean, even if it's not perfect, at least it's better than nothing, which is what Healing Doctor has right now. Nothing.
Well, he did have some PD, but just not enough. So yeah, flags.
It also wasn't facing the right direction, which is forward, since you know most missiles come from the side. I'm surprised that ship is still alive. You can demonstrate your point after the tournament and the balance discussion.
I'm not sure what needed demonstrating.
Well, he's talking about the momentum and how he thinks exploit. I think it's a feature of the game, like to use your momentum to your advantage, because it does require skill, right? So what's the problem?
Yeah, I don't really have a problem with momentum boosting itself. My issue is mostly that it benefits slow weapons like cannons a lot more than it does railguns.
I think the problem with momentum boosting is just that it's not really momentum boosting, it's fast ships, like always. Faster ships. If like the enemy ship is also fast, the momentum boost doesn't really matter because you can just dodge it. So you need to have like an equally fast ship to counter it.
Oh, you respawned with the same wall.
It's also possible that nukes are just a bit too strong right now. With
no, I definitely don't think nukes are too strong.
It does go through the shield, like you saw. It went through like the entire shielding, even though it was
Yeah, but it is very slow if you don't do momentum exploiting.
Well, I think one more pass might be a point victory.
Maybe.
Ooh.
Oh,
there's
the
friendly fire.
nukes got shut down by the PD, so too close and defended.
No, I think the nuke hit a piece of junk.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
List of reasons
Yeah,
why.
he's just chasing him out of the perimeter.
There's no reason to be afraid of a ship with no weapons.
Oh, he still have one weapon.
He had one weapon.
Had. Where are your fire extinguishers? Oh, never mind, I see them. Gustav, you probably want to move that ship into the perimeter.
It doesn't really matter for him, I doubt.
Oh, did you just?
He just respawned with something.
Oh, he respawned.
With a large cannon diagonal angle. Let's look that. I can bet. I'm willing to bet that he built that last patch and not this patch.
I mean, it's possible that mines would also be even more effective against this type of strategy, since you can lay down a bunch of mines when they're trying
could.
to. Yeah. Well, congratulations to Gustav for moving on to the finals, and that's it. Our finals is Cyrus versus Fort Master Gustav. I say you got lucky with your matchups.
Yeah, I mean, it may well be true that momentum boosting is too strong. I don't really think that match we just saw, like, demonstrates that, just because the
Yeah.
matchup was already so lopsided. Like, those ships were not made for taking on nukes at all.
No. Especially that, like, railgun fan at the start. There was no, it turned so slowly, and there was no defenses on the side. You could probably flank that with any ship, and it would work. Apologies for the background noise. I think they're doing some sort of mowing. Where's Gustav?
Sorry, I ate him.
Why did he leave the game?
Curious.
Oh,
there we
he
go.
said he said he lost connection or something. I think.
You're in the finals, Gustav. Let's not have another polar bear.
Well, as I guessed before, it's Cyrus versus Gustav, the finals. Very surprising. Very surprising.
You said you guessed it before, and now you're surprised.
Yeah, I'm conflicted. So... Oh, by the way, this is the first tournament Gustav is participating in.
He was supposed to participate in, like, the After Dark one,
Yeah,
but...
and he hosted the last one, right?
Yes. I told him that you weren't allowed to host anymore unless you were a champion.
And you what? Ah,
Yes.
Oh,
What?
now we have some mines.
Mines? What? Mines? Oh,
yeah,
mines!
Cyrus is using mines. Very interesting. And also, yeah, I think the ships are fast. Those are fast, right? And Gustav started with only one ship instead of two.
Curious, but that's allowed.
Because it gives less points, right? Because it's only worth half. So, how will Cyrus use the mines? I'm interested to see.
Well, I mean, the obvious answer is to lay them behind him. Of course,
Yes.
mines, they do have a little bit of, they do shoot out, so it's not impossible to use them as offensive weaponry. It's just hard. You probably shouldn't lay them in the way that your own ships are gonna get hit, Cyrus.
Oh, the mine just exploded.
Well, okay.
Holy shit.
Oops.
Oh, because it's so fast. Even if he see the mine,
You can't really
he's
react
not
to
really
it.
gonna be able to stop himself from getting the hit, right?
So yes, mine are
Okay,
perfectly
Gustav is.
viable
I
counter.
would have gone with the wolf flag to shoot down the mines, but if he wants to do that, fine by me.
Well, there's still plenty of time on the clock.
This battle can really go either way.
Eh.
Oh,
No,
and he
since
shoots
they're
and
all
he
so
misses.
fast, it's actually pretty hard for Gustav to hit him with missiles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, he's
Nukes.
very fast because his ships are so light. I mean, they barely have anything on them.
Those are
Bones and
really
skins.
expensive ships for how small they are.
I guess that's because of the mines, right?
Mines and reactors, they're basically one hit and the whole thing blows up.
Well,
One good hit.
yeah, but they're so fast, nothing hit them.
Nothing can hit him unless he runs into his own mines. Remember, friendly fire zone.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, if he runs into his own mines, he only loses points. Not like Gustav doesn't gain points, but it's still not good. He's already done it once with one of his ships. Yeah, like one of his ships has just been completely destroyed by his own mines. So, and I think he just hit another one.
Oh no. Not as bad though. Yeah, I don't know about friendly fire being on with mines.
Part of the reason why friendly fire is on is so that you can't just spam out mines everywhere. If Cyrus turns his ship around, he can't go and hit the AI ship with mines. They do have like.
Oof.
That's not a good position to be in, Cyrus.
I don't know what he's trying to do.
Maybe it's
That's
time
not
to
a
be
good position to be
mines,
in.
mines.
Oh. And again, AR player gonna win the entire tournament.
The airplane
If that happens, I'm giving myself the champion role.
Alright, that's fine, that's fine. Volt for the first time wins the championship. You better savor it because you're never winning in the gang.
Gustav accidentally forfeit instead of respawning, I think.
Oops.
We have rules for disconnect, but we don't have rules for forfeiting, so... I guess the AI wins then.
I don't know. How do we handle this?
I'm at a loss. Restart.
I think it's a loss.
Well,
I mean, what we could do,
Mhm.
is we could restart the game at 5 minutes, and just like add however many points the players already have to.
Wait, you
we
can
can't do that.
Oh, you mean like to the calculation at the end, just like
Right.
calculate who have more points.
Is that too confusing?
Well, Cyrus is about 250 points ahead.
Yeah, that's a fairly small lead though.
Yeah. force restart, but restart before same ships. What do you say?
I think it's just a loss, in my opinion at least.
Seems kind of lame to end the last round that way, though.
Yes, it does. Yeah, I'm pretty saying, I'm saying that if Cyrus, I'm gonna leave this one up to Cyrus since, you know, forfeit.
I think Cyrus is claiming victory here. Which is not unreasonable.
No, it's not. If you can't click on a button.
I think Fortmaster is saying he did it out of habit.
You did it out of habit? What do you mean? You mean you forfeit all the time? Well, he's saying he will take the technical win.
What does that even mean?
It means that he wins, but he'll do a restart. Like, he'll do another fight, but it won't be worth anything. Well, you'd have to forfeit as well, Cyrus. Otherwise, we'd have to wait out the timer. Maybe I could have motivated Gustav some more if I said he wasn't allowed to host anymore unless he was a champion. I feel like these finals have been pretty anticlimactic lately. Pretty anticlimactic. Apart from the point where everybody was running into mines. Anyway, it looks like Cyrus has quote-unquote won the February tournament. So congratulations, and that's it, right? Since we're not doing a rematch. Well, I can't hear either of you, by the way.
Well, I mean, okay, fine.
Stop making me do all the difficult decisions. You're the div, Walt. It's your game.
I mean, Cyrus wants to play another round.
You're the mod.
I am the mod, and
You control
Walt
the
outranks me.
Not in the tournament.
Like, Walt outranks me when it's handy for him to outrank me. So in this situation such as this, Walt, decision, please make.
I mean, I agree it's Cyrus's decision, and it sounds like he'll take the win, but wants to have a match just for fun.
Okay then.
Then you can do it off stream, right?
Yes, we can. I guess that means Cyrus just wins. Oh.
Because
Oh wait, actually no, AI player 1 wins!
I win!
Amazing.
Yes, AI
Well,
player 1 wins! Look at the points! Cyrus has...
For me, the tournament is over, so good night to you people. Good night.
Good night, Octo. Thanks for hosting. And thanks to everybody watching. We'll make a decision on who exactly won here off stream. But cheers for watching, guys, and we'll see you later. Goodbye.